Well, today's Saturday, it's the 30th of November, the last day. It'll be December tomorrow. And we're back in Mallorca, we're back in Palmanova. We've had a fantastic trip to the UK, but it's always nice to get back and the sun's shining, it's looking really bright, blue skies. And guess where we are, Palmanova? Did I just say that? Oh well, repeated to myself. And guess where Anita's going?
Just nails today.
Just nails today.
Christmas nails.
Right, let's get going. And almost no breeze at all. The flags are not being blown about. It's very early. Anita's got an early appointment, so it isn't even 10 o'clock in the morning. So the shops and places are probably not going to be open, or just opening, putting the things out to cross over. Majorca's not open yet. They'll be open later on, I'm sure. It's a little bit cool now. There's a slight cool breeze, but it's supposed to be going up to about 19 degrees today, which I think will be really nice. Nothing on the 9:50. It's times 9:50, and the temperature it says on that 20 degrees. I'm not sure I'm going to believe that. It's probably a sun temperature, but it's really bright walking down here. So yesterday we flew back from Birmingham, and it couldn't have been more straightforward really. I was amazed that the drive down from Stoke to Birmingham Airport was so uneventful. My experience of the M6 in the past, it's always been roadworks, and we didn't have any. We drove all the way down, no hold-ups, no roadworks, no delays at all, and I think we were driving at a fairly busy time, just after 8 o'clock in the morning. A lot of heavy traffic, a lot of traffic full stop, but all moving at more or less regulation speed. So yeah, we got to the airport and things all went smoothly there. Charity shop just opening up. And this is Anita's beauty salon. So she's so early, they're not even open. I think she must have the first appointment. So we're just going to go walk together down to the heart. So yes, at the airport, we checked the car in, all went well, and everything pretty smooth going through security, no real issues. And they didn't check the size of my bag. We were on a Ryanair flight, and they've changed again. They've gone back to
very particular. £75 for an extra bag.
That's a lot of money.
Not an extra bag, a too big bag.
A bag that was just not quite fitting in the sizer that they had there. Now they did that with me when I left Palma, but on this particular trip, when I got to go through, they didn't check mine. We were actually amongst the first to go in, and no, they just passed us straight through. But Anita was watching very carefully. The people were coming in just after, and well, even those that didn't seem to have suspect bags were called.
Just little rucksacks they were making you put them in.
Yeah. And then she spoke to one lady, and she said she bought this particular suitcase, which guaranteed that it was friendly to all airlines, and obviously not friendly to Ryanair, and she had to pay £75 to take that.
No, she changed where things went and squashed it.
Oh, did she? All right. Well, yeah. So she managed to squash it in. When I put my bag in the one here in Palma, initially it didn't fit. But I just turned it around the other way and pushed it a little bit, and it was perfect. So hopefully I'm alright. I've never had a problem.
This heart, don't we?
I have a picture by the Calvia heart, sun in the background. And we did find a Stoke-on-Trent heart when we were in Trentham, so if you've seen the Trentham video, I think we finish it at the heart, which is actually in Trentham shopping village. Anita's now going off, she's going back to the beauty salon, get her nails done, and she tells me I've got about an hour, so I'm just going to have a walk. It looks like not many people on the walk with me, and no sunbeds, they've all gone. So in the past week all the sunbeds have disappeared, and there's just a dog walker or two on the beach, and that's about it. It'll be difficult to say now what's actually open and what's closed. It's a little bit too early. But, we've got to get out and about a bit early today. Well, partly because Anita's appointment was early, but we have an appointment in Santa Ponsa later on. We're going for lunch with the Age Concern, and we're trying to support them. They do great work supporting expats and others here in Mallorca. And this is one of their little fundraisers, so going for lunch in Santa Ponsa to a place we've been to before, Harry's, right on the roundabout at the front, and certainly when we've been there in the past, it's really good food. I really enjoy it. It's the same proprietor as Delfino's in Baleares. Another place we sometimes go for Christmas lunches. Sea looks nice and calm. And I've changed from having multiple layers to just coming out in my shirt. So, I saw beach clubs open ready, people having their breakfast, coffee, getting set up for the day, and the sun's actually quite bright. So in Magaluf they're digging up the promenade, and I'm just noticing the promenade here where there's a tree here and it's lifting all the paving stones, and there are a lot of paving stones that are broken. Can't see they're going to be doing much on this particular promenade, but it's obviously something that needs to be looked at and made good in the future. The beehive's open, that's good. And the El Chiringo's opening up there. As we get into December, we'll get more and more of the Christmas markets, so hopefully we'll be seeing some of them. It's a place where the paving stones are particularly broken up. The problems when they bring in heavy vehicles along here to do cleaning or whatever they're doing. Seems to be just certain areas where they're cracked and broken. Just looking back on the beach. In Palmanova, they don't tend to put any defence on the beach to protect from sand erosion. But I've seen in the paper that they've already done that in Arenal and parts of the Playa de Palma, and we've sort of always seen it in Santa Ponsa and now in Peguera as well. When we first came to Mallorca, this big beach didn't really exist. Not in its present form anyway. It was really a very narrow strand of sand, and they brought a ship that moored just off here, and it just kept pumping sand onto the beach, and that's how they built this beach here. And perhaps luckily it's still here. We don't have much in the way of currents around here, so there's nothing very much, but we do have storms now and again, and it's the storms that could take the sand away. But as I say, they've been lucky, and it's still here. I'm not sure how well it comes out on the video, but in the distance, looking over towards Randa and the Playa de Palma, there's like a fog bank. And when I was looking at the weather forecast for the football match last night, there was a possibility of mist around 10 o'clock, and thankfully we didn't have any mist at 10 o'clock. We just had great football. Well, football. And in the end it was great, because Mallorca won 2-1 against Valencia. It was a very emotional start to the game, where the fans all paid tribute to the Valencia team and Valencia in general, following the disaster that happened there just a few weeks ago. There's still lots of fundraising going on the island, and some new ones actually, I noticed in the paper, being set up just this weekend. So still strong support for them. There's big paella. One of the things that Valencia is famous for is its paella, and I think it's in El Toro where there's a significant Valencian community. They're going to be producing a big paella, and people can come along, make a contribution, and sample a true Valencian paella. This is the doggy beach. Dogs are welcome on this beach throughout the year, whereas in the others they're not. So a little bit more of a breeze here than there was when we started. And a few little ripples on the sea, the sun just glistening off the water. It's quite beautiful. Nice to hear the sound of the water waves splashing against the rocks. So coming around to the little beach, and there are still a few, some sunbeds over there. We'll see as we get closer. And it's the weekend, and we've got the volleyball players out, and we've got some wonderful sunshine for it. The sea is actually looking beautiful. Lovely colour, nice and clean. Someone did write to me and said we had roles reversals, because they were actually in Mallorca and during the sunshine we were in the UK scraping the ice off the car. Something I've not done for a very long time. And we are down. huge pole there that was, I guess, in the sea. Oh, you get the sun on you now. It's just a nice warm feeling that you have when the sun's on your back. There's another pharmacy just coming up, so let's see what the temperature says on there. Sign up there says we are open. We were having some work done recently, so that must all be done. But lots of things are not open. There's the Tropico hotel across there, that's not open. They've closed up for the winter. I think having had a successful summer of 2024. Volleyball players. Degrees it says. I wasn't sure really what to wear to go out, but I put my shorts on. I think I could have got away with the shorts, but I've not done that today. And I wasn't sure whether to put a jumper on or a gilet on. In the end, I've just come out in my shirt sleeves, and that's fine. I'm quite content with that. Get people out exercising here or doing their fitness training. Seems to be a group down on the beach. I think they're meditating. Some more volleyball nets being set up in this area as well. It looks as though El Chiringo on the beach is open. Quite a nice place to stop off, and there are some sunbeds and parasols out on the beach. Beach. The fountain in the children's park working. There's a few children about early. There are not many places for tourists to stay, but there are some apartments. It's the Fergus Style Hotel. There are other hotels open. The Palmanova, the Baleares Palmanova is open. I think you might find it difficult to get a room there because I think it looks as though it's reserved for the Spanish pensioners, which is the same for the Santa Lucia. It was open the last time I came, but it's reserved for Spanish pensioners. There's Il Chiringo, got their seats out, all open. The boardwalk is still here, that's good. Makes it easier to get close to the sea. And there's just a few sunbeds. And Calvia did say they were going to keep sunbeds until November, which is today, that's it. So maybe next time come down here they won't be there. Not sure there's going to be anybody collecting money, I don't know. It's too early yet, they wouldn't come until a bit later on anyway. Just over here is the Zell, and it looks very quiet there. It doesn't look as though they're actually doing any renovations or work yet. Usually start that. If there's anything major they would have started it now, but perhaps nothing major going to go on there this winter. I think they did a lot last winter and before, so it'll be just small things which they probably start in the new year. A bit of a break. The sun is really, really bright. Being low in the sky, it's in your face, as it were. It's Chiringuito. Looks like they're packing up for the winter. We've been in the UK. We've been staying with Angela, and she's been the perfect hostess. This is one of her favourite places when she comes to Mallorca. She likes to go here. She's got lots of fond memories of the Barbuda beach. When Paul was alive, one of the places they used to come to eat. And I did notice that the key she gave me to the house, the key ring, was actually from Barbuda Beach, so she's got something there to remind her of the wonderful times that she's had here in Mallorca. She hasn't booked up yet for her next visit, but like us, she's got to change her passport, so she'll be doing that in the new year, and then hopefully coming out to see us around April time. So the season's just starting up again. It's the Baleares Santa Lucia, which is a great hotel because all the rooms really overlook the sea, so they're either this side looking over the sea or the other side. The only difference really, I suppose, is this side won't get very much sun, and the other side will get lots of sun. It's still a great view over the beach. The mist. There's people in the hotel where they're having their breakfast. Beautiful clear water. Never quite sure how it's going to turn out on the video, but I can see the bottom. It's quite deep here, but I can see the bottom quite clearly. And well, something interesting happened at the football match last night. We all we're all season ticket holders, and the people around us, we know them all from going to the matches over the years, and we chat to them, but we never really know too much about who they are and what their background is. Anyway, there's a gentleman that sits in front of us who quite proudly tells us he's 80 something, and he's always got a smile and he always likes to chat. But anyway, he pulls out a book and gives it to us. It's a catalogue from 2007 of an exhibition, an art exhibition, and I'm looking at it, and it's got the name Paco on the front. That's his name. And looking through the pictures, there are some amazing oil paintings that he's done, and I was really taken by some which were taken up in Cala San Vicente and that area of the water, and he'd got the water which was fairly shallow, but you could see the rocks below, and he captured it in such a beautiful way. And the whole catalogue, which is, I don't know how many pages, it was quite a big catalogue from 2007, was full of wonderful pictures here on the island that he'd painted over the years. And then in the back it's got a list of his exhibitions, and 2007 was the most recent in that particular book, obviously, but going back to 1960. So a prolific artist, and really well skilled, and some of the artwork he was telling us was actually in one of the hotels on the front in Palma. But it's always surprising, isn't it? You never know about these people. And Anita said, "Are you still painting?" He says, yeah, he's still painting. And he showed us one painting which was in Dea, and I think there was 3 houses, and they ran right down close to the sea, and some like fishing huts, which I guess where boats were stored, and the one on the end, right close to the sea, overlooking the sea, he said was his house. Don't know if it still is, but it was then, and he bought it for 4,000 pesetas, which I'm guessing was about £20. Unbelievable. The position it's in, and just a piece of land, and it could be worth €1 million now. It's or more. Speaking of the people who sit around us, they're really friendly. Pretty much they're all men. As you probably expect, I suppose. They're all men, but they accept us as foreigners very well. Obviously, particularly like Anita sitting there amongst them. And they're always very welcoming. Just coming up to the San Matias beach. This is it's where Shauna and Claire were last year. But, they've changed the booking, and they're going back to the Baleares, Santa Lucia. I forgot to stop as I was going past there. You can see there's lots of cars in their car park, and I can see people on the balconies, and they are very much in the sunshine. The Baleares Nova apartments across the way. And this beach, well, there are a few sunbeds left, but it looks really as though they're going to be going very, very soon, because the parasols have disappeared. The poles are still there, but the parasols have gone. And looking up into the distance, I can see piles of sunbeds. It's all going to be cleared off for the winter. outside dining area for the San Matias beach. I must say, the sun and walking is actually warming me up considerably. This is how a lot of the places close up for the winter. They coat everything with plastic and tape, and they've even boarded it up here, got the boards out just to protect it from the elements, particularly the blowing wind and the salt spray that might be coming over. Any storms. Someone there bringing in the beds, the last of them. And that's it for another year. So on Calvia's reckoning, they should be coming back in March, and that would be great if that actually happens. Going to take out the poles as well. I guess if they didn't take them out, somebody would take them home and chop them up, put them on the fire. So, I've got about 35 minutes before Anita says she's finished, so I'm not sure, am I going to make it all the way to the end? Let's see. So here's the San Matias apartment, the garden's looking nice. Cantina Sol. I don't know if Jean watches videos, but it used to be her bar restaurant. The olive tree closed up, but just on the top there, Origin is open. It'll be open later on, I'm sure. And they've got these pods that you can dine in. Quite innovative. It was something that came out of lockdown. And the Calvi Beach House, they've just had their first full season, and hope they've done well, because we really enjoyed our visits there. Now this part hasn't had the sun on the promenade, so it's actually still wet from the dew that must have settled this morning. coming up to the boardwalk. This area closed up for the winter. There's some boats out here, and I'm guessing there may actually still be some people who go out in the boats and go swimming, diving. We haven't been swimming for a while. I think that may well be it until next year. Used to be the Hawaii, it's now the Leonardo Royal Hotel. This is their swimming pool, and you see it's all closed up now. All the beds and parasols, they've all gone. That's the hotel up there. Fantastic views. Just a rather strange swimming pool. Long length, short width. And the bridge. You can see how many boats are actually moored here on a sort of semi-permanent basis, and with quite a few of them are actually lived on. People actually live on these boats bobbling around in the sea. Seen one or two fishermen out today. There's a rubber dinghy out there, looks as though it's sinking. And a black one a bit closer to that doesn't look too good, but the grey one further out is actually submerged. Must be quite an expensive thing to lose. Little pebbly beach here. I don't think I've ever walked down onto that one. Actually got some litter. I can't imagine there's anybody who comes and cleans this beach up. You see, whitewashed all the windows.
Un cuerpo así todo descompensado.
Right, I'll start heading back. I've just got 30 minutes to do it. Will I make it? Anita wants to go do some shopping because we only got back late yesterday afternoon, and pretty much as soon as we'd unpacked, it was just about time to get ready to go out to the football match, which had a 9 o'clock kick-off, which meant we didn't get in till close to midnight, and then up fairly early this morning. So yeah, we sort of landed running, I think, and we're out for lunch today. Got lots of things going on next week, so busy times ahead. And we've only just come back from the UK, but Anita's actually going off again before Christmas. She's going to see Serena and her family for a few days, and then she's going to bring them back. So we'll have Christmas here with them, and Adam and his family will be here as well. So quite a big family group for lunch on Christmas Day. Oh, there's actually people in the sea over there. Well done, the gentlemen. We're testing the water. The Commodore player. Oh, there you go, there's one of them actually now in the sea and swimming away. Well done. I'm sure once you're actually in the water it's not too bad. What a strange coincidence yesterday. I got on the aeroplane and went to get my seat, and I was on the middle seat, so I was just waiting for somebody to come and sit by the window. Who should it be but Ollie Nielsen, who's I've known for many years, and he runs a Facebook group, Mallorca, I think it's called. And they've got a website, and they do general advertising and promotion for businesses here on the island. And it's really nice to have a chat to him. He'd similarly been over for a few days. But as the time goes on, it's now just after 10:30. Starting to see a few more people out having a walk. And many of them will be the immerso holiday makers, mostly from the mainland. When we first came to Mallorca, it was the case that companies like Saga Holidays used to bring people here for weeks and weeks, if not months on end, and the hotels would stay open. Certainly Santa Lucia was open all the year round when we came to the island. We used to go there at Christmas time for their Christmas parties, New Year's parties. But I think there may have been a recession or something that caused the whole thing to fall apart, and the hotels decided to close. Santa Lucia decided that they wanted to refurbish, which is always good, but that meant closing for a winter, and that was it. They'd sown the seed of winter closing, and that happened every year after that, and now they're open again, but for the Spanish pensioners. I used to go to the Mimosa Park as well, which used to be the Hotel 33, and they were always open in the winter time. And you'd have pensioners from the UK, and they said, "How long are you here for?" We're here for a month, or 6 weeks. And they said it was cheaper to go there on holiday and stay at home and pay for the heating. And they got all their entertainment in-house, and bingo and everything provided. Afternoon tea, which was very popular. They all rush down and get their tea and biscuits. I think Calvi would like to bring that back, ease some of the pressure in the summer, and get more people coming here in the winter time. And it would have a big impact on everything here, really. One of the sets of statistics this week was about how much lower the average pension is here in Mallorca than it is on the mainland. Yet the cost of living is higher here. And well, it's partly because of low-paid jobs, but it's more, in my opinion, because many people work in the tourist sector and they don't actually work all the year round. They have many months and they're not paying social security, which means they're unlikely to get a full pension when they reach retirement age. So if we had more tourism in the winter, more people could be employed, paying their social security, and that would up their pensions. But I've been saying it for a long time, but I'm sure it makes sense, but people don't seem to be doing that, following that. Many people who do work in the tourist sector do get other jobs in the winter time, so it's not to say that they're all unemployed, but a lot of them are. There's a lot of building work going on now, so people can go from one industry to a different industry if that's their calling. Morocco seems to be open, or will be open later on. Here you go, Shauna. There's the Santa Lucia for you. Just across the road, just wanted to have a look in the park. Baleares is open, so that's a place you can go for a coffee or a beer or whatever. So, no one in the park at the moment. It's a nice little area, and just all those trees at the back there. And then this little part of the park, which is somewhere I've got to start coming to. And I haven't got time today, so that's my excuse. And I know I'm keep making excuses. Too hot, no time. Well, anyway, this is what I need to come and spend a half an hour or so doing my exercises. And Jim, you've been asking me about Monroe's. So this is especially for you. It's still here, and it will be waiting for you next season. As well, Taylor's across the road, but they're both closed up. If you want to drink, then Baleares is your place. Last year we were in Mallorca on our own. We didn't have any family here. Oh, and I heard you all say then. But anyway, we do have lots of friends, so we came here for our Christmas lunch on Christmas Day, 25th of December. We came to the tandoori night. We had a curry with friends. Very different. We won't be doing that this year. We'll be having our traditional turkey and all the trimmings. It's the Zell Hotel. And Besso Beach. And it'll be interesting to see how all of that changes over the years when now Rafa Nadal has retired from competitive tennis, how much time he actually devotes to his other businesses, in particular Besso Beach and his tennis academy, his school, his family and his yacht. He's got lots of things to keep him busy. They've got plenty of money to do it with as well, so it'd be interesting to watch his future. He's been suggested he could become the president of Real Madrid. Why Real Madrid, Rafa? It should be Real Mallorca. We do see him occasionally at the football matches. But his team of support is Real Madrid, unfortunately. Oh, we're going to have to come down here in the evening. This is very similar to one that I walked through in Hanley. Right, we can't appreciate these things when they're not lit up. So it's an evening visit that's required. Just trying to check my battery. 17%. I need to change that soon. How's the time? Oh, I've got 15 minutes to get to Anita. Revenants. Sound very good. That's the Revenants Mar Hotel. Definitely more people out and about. We've got lights up here on the lamppost as well. So yeah, it's going to call for an evening visit at some point down to Palmanova. And the thermometer across the road still says 17 degrees, which is probably right for the time, which is 10:47. Down to the beach where they're playing the volleyball. And a few more teams have come out now. The headland I walked around at the beginning of the video. Interesting to see there's a few bigger boats out there as well. So even though it's winter time, people enjoying their toys out on the sea. Tropico again, which is now a 4-star hotel. So the refurbishment allowed them to go up a star. Those stars, what do they mean? Well, I made a video on that, but basically it just means that they have certain facilities. So there's some basic facilities that they need to have to be a hotel. If they don't have those, they're a hostel. It doesn't mean that a hostel is bad, it just doesn't mean, it means that they don't have quite the facilities that are required of a hotel. And the star system here in Mallorca isn't the same as the star system everywhere else in Spain. They have a particular system for the Baleares, and that system is very much based on points. The points are given depending on the facilities that the hotel has. So if they have a swimming pool, they get a point, or a number of points. If they have room service, they have points. If they have a spa, they'll have points. And all of these points are just added up, and thresholds are set. And so long as you pass a certain number of thresholds, you get that star rating. And even within those star ratings, you can have a 5-star, but you can have a 5-star superior, which elevates effectively the number of stars, but they still only say 5-star and then 5-star superior, which maybe have some extra facilities. None of the stars tell you how good any of those facilities are. It's simply a box ticking exercise. So how do you tell if you've got a good hotel or whether a hostel's worth staying in? And my recommendation is to look for reviews, but do be careful that I think people are more likely to complain than to praise. So if you see a lot of bad reviews and only a few good reviews, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad hotel. It just means that someone had a gripe, and it might have been a particular gripe over a particular day, children making a noise around the pool, that sort of thing. So yeah, you have to take it all with a bit of a pinch of salt and a bit of common sense. Alright, we're back to the first beach. And a few people on the beach, not many. One or two actually in the sea, far end. And the Christmas lights on the palm trees here. And it's turning into a typical Mallorca winter day. To what used to be the Can Blanc, now Azul Beach Club. Lovely view over the Mediterranean. quite a few swimmers in the sea, and they look like they're quite serious. They've got their floats with them, training for something, or just keeping fit. And more good news, I can see some people there washing their feet. Having been on the beach, the showers are still working. That's something they quite often have in the past turned off early. I guess after this weekend they probably will turn them off. This is the taxi rank here. There's a queue of taxis, and obviously got a lot less custom now. We'll have to see how it goes on. I think some of them had temporary licenses, so they've probably gone now. Right, I'm going to go off to Anita now, see if she's finished, and that'll be it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if I got enough battery to show you Anita's nails, I will do. But thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now. And there they are, all glittery for Christmas.